right now the situation is getting very serious and very interesting at the same time, because what just happened is not something small at all. A retired general, Winston Mapuranga, has come out and clearly pointed at Vice President Constantino Chiwenga as the next leader, and this kind of statement is already creating strong reactions inside the political space. You need to understand this very well. When a retired military general speaks like this, it is not just ordinary talk. In Zimbabwe, the military and politics have a long history together, so words like this carry weight. That is why this matter is now moving fast and getting people's attention. As this is going on, just take 1 second right now, like this video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates, because this story is still developing and more details can come out at any time. Now let's go straight into what this really means. President Emmerson Mnangagwa is still in power, and officially everything is under control. But behind the scenes, there have been growing discussions about the future of leadership. The question of who will lead next has been quietly building, and now this statement has pushed that question into the open again. So when General Mapuranga says Chiwenga is the next leader, it begins to shift how people look at things. It starts to create a picture in the minds of people that maybe plans are already forming, even if nothing has been officially announced. And you know, in politics, once a picture starts forming in people's minds, it becomes very powerful. Make sure you like this video and subscribe, because we are breaking everything down in a simple way for you to understand. Now, let's look at Chiwenga himself. Chiwenga is not new in this game. He is a former army commander, and he played a major role in the events that changed leadership in 2017. That alone gives him a strong position. Many people see him as disciplined, structured, and experienced. So when someone like Mapuranga openly supports him, it adds more strength to his name. It is like pushing him forward into the spotlight again. But at the same time, this kind of statement can also bring tension, because in a party like Zanu-PF, leadership matters are usually handled carefully and quietly. So when something comes out openly like this, it can create pressure. Now think about it like this. If one person speaks today, another person may speak tomorrow. And before you know it, different voices will start coming out, supporting different sides. That is how internal pressure begins to grow. So this is not just one statement. This could be the beginning of something bigger. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because you need to stay updated as this story unfolds step by step. Now, let's connect this to the issue of the 2030 agenda. There have been ongoing discussions about extending leadership beyond the normal time. Some people support it, while others believe the constitution must be followed strictly. This has already created a quiet divide in opinions. So now, when a retired general comes out to support Chiwenga, it adds another layer to that conversation. It makes people ask, are some people already preparing for a different direction? And that is where things begin to get sensitive. Because leadership discussions are not just about today, they are about the future. And when the future starts to look uncertain, people begin to watch very closely. Make sure you like and subscribe right now, because this kind of update is very important and you don't want to miss what comes next. Now let's talk about how this affects Zanu-PF as a party. Zanu-PF always presents itself as united and strong, but moments like this test that unity. Even if there is no open disagreement, statements like this can create silent tension. Some members may agree with Mapuranga, others may not. Some may keep quiet, but take note. And in politics, even silence can mean something. So right now, people are watching carefully to see if more voices will come out or if everything will remain quiet. Now, think about the timing again. This is not election time yet, but politics never really sleeps. Positioning can start very early, long before official campaigns begin. That is why statements like this are important, because they can shape the direction of future events. And once direction starts to form, it becomes difficult to ignore. Please like this video and subscribe. And also turn on notifications so you can always be the first to get updates like this. Now, let's bring it down to everyday people. Many citizens are focused on their daily lives, business, jobs, and family. But leadership matters still affects everything. The decisions made at the top can influence the economy, opportunities, and stability. So when people hear about possible leadership shifts or tension, they start paying attention. Even if they don't speak loudly about it, they want stability, but they also want progress. Now, let's look deeper into the meaning of this declaration. This is not an official announcement. It is not a confirmed change, but it is a signal. And in politics, signals are very important. Sometimes signals come before actions. So the big question now is, will this signal lead to more actions, or will it remain just a statement? That is what everyone is watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because we will continue to follow this story closely and keep you updated in a simple and clear way. Now, let's talk about what could happen next. If more retired military figures or influential people begin to speak, then this discussion will grow bigger. It will move from being a single statement to becoming a wider conversation. And once that happens, it becomes harder to control the narrative. On the other hand, if everything becomes quiet again, then it may mean that the system is trying to maintain balance and avoid tension. So both silence and speech are important signs right now. Now imagine the situation from another angle. If you are inside the leadership, you will want stability. You will want everything to move smoothly. But if different voices start pushing different ideas, then you must manage it carefully. Because too much pressure can lead to division. And division is something no strong political party wants. Please like this video and subscribe, because these are the kind of deep insights you need to understand what is really going on. Now, let's come back to Chiwenga again. Even though he has not said anything directly about this, his name is now being discussed strongly again. And sometimes even silence can increase attention. People will start watching his movements, his appearances, and his actions more closely. Because when your name is mentioned as the next leader, everything you do becomes important. Now, think about public perception. Once people start hearing something repeatedly, it begins to feel real, even if it is not confirmed. That is how influence works. So this statement may begin to shape how people see the future, even if nothing official has changed. And that is why this moment is very important. Make sure you like this video and subscribe, because we are keeping everything simple and clear for you to understand. Now, let's not forget one important thing. A statement like this does not remove the current leadership. President Mnangagwa is still in charge, and the system is still in place. But what this does is open the door for discussion. And once the door is open, more people can walk in. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. Zimbabwe's political space is always active. Even when things look calm, there are always conversations happening behind the scenes, plans being made, and strategies being shaped. So what we are seeing now may just be a small part of a bigger story. And that is why you need to stay informed. Please like this video, subscribe, and share your opinion in the comments. I want to hear what you think about this situation. Do you think this changes anything right now? Or do you think it is just a statement that will pass? Let's talk about it. Now, before I continue, this story is still unfolding step by step, and there is still more to explain about what could happen next and how this may affect the future direction.